How to write a proper paragraph, essay structure, and thesis statements and types of essays. Writing a proper paragraph, organizing an essay structure, and crafting a strong thesis statement are essential skills in academic writing. How to write a proper paragraph. A well-written paragraph focuses on a single idea and is structured in a way that clearly presents and supports that idea. Components of a paragraph. Topic sentence. The first sentence introduces the main idea of the paragraph. It clearly states what the paragraph is about. Supporting sentences. These sentences provide evidence, examples, or explanations to expand on the topic. They may include facts, quotes, or personal analysis that supports the main idea. Concluding sentence. The last sentence summarizes the main idea or transitions to the next paragraph. It ties the paragraph together and prepares the reader for the next point. Tips for writing paragraphs. Ensure each paragraph covers only one main idea. Use transitions to maintain a logical flow between paragraphs, e.g., furthermore, in contrast, or as a result. Keep paragraphs balanced, neither too short nor too long, typically 5 to 8 sentences. Essay structure. An essay generally consists of 3 major parts: an introduction, body paragraphs, and a conclusion. Basic essay structure. Introduction. Hook. Grab the reader's attention with an interesting fact, quote, or question. Background information. Provide context for the topic to help the reader understand the argument. Thesis statement. This is the central idea or argument of the essay. Body paragraphs. Each body paragraph should focus on a single point that supports the thesis. Use the structure for writing proper paragraphs as outlined earlier. Topic sentence. Clearly introduces the paragraph's point. Supporting evidence. Include examples, facts, statistics, or quotes to support your point. Analysis. Explain how the evidence supports your argument. Concluding sentence. Reinforce the point and transition to the next paragraph. Conclusion. Restate the thesis. Summarize the main argument without repeating it word for word. Summarize key points. Briefly review the major points of the essay. Closing thought. End with a reflection, a call to action, or something thought-provoking to leave an impact on the reader. Thesis statements. A thesis statement is the central claim or argument you make in your essay. It should be specific, concise, and arguable. Characteristics of a strong thesis. Clear and specific. It should clearly state the essay's main idea and your position on the topic. Arguable. The thesis should not be a simple statement of fact, but something that others could potentially disagree with. Concise. It should usually be 1 or 2 sentences long, placed at the end of the introduction. Example of a weak thesis. Pollution is bad for the environment. Why? It's weak. It's a fact that everyone agrees with, and it doesn't provide a specific direction for the essay. Example of a strong thesis. Government regulations are necessary to reduce air pollution because they enforce the limits that protect public health, encourage cleaner technologies, and promote sustainable development. Why it's strong? It's specific, presents a clear position, and offers reasons that will be explored in the essay. Putting it all together. When writing an essay, start with a strong introduction, with a clear thesis statement. Develop each body paragraph around one main idea that supports your thesis, using evidence and analysis. Conclude by summarizing your argument and reinforcing your thesis. By organizing your writing around these principles, you'll ensure clarity, coherence, and strength in your arguments. In English, essays can be categorized into several types based on their purpose and structure. Each type of essay has a specific function and style. A narrative essay tells a story from the writer's perspective, often involving personal experiences. It aims to engage the reader by recounting events in a structured and descriptive manner, with a clear beginning, middle, and end. Purpose. To tell a story or recount events. Structure. Like a short story with characters, a plot, and a setting. Tone. Personal and engaging, often using the first person, I. Example. Writing about a memorable vacation or a life-changing experience. Descriptive essay. A descriptive essay focuses on describing a person, place, object, or event in vivid detail. The goal is to paint a picture in the reader's mind using sensory details: sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. Purpose. To create a vivid image in the reader's mind. Structure. Typically organized around the object of description, with each paragraph detailing a different aspect. Tone. Often creative and rich in detail. Example. Describing a favorite restaurant, a childhood home, or a specific event like a concert. Expository essay. An expository essay aims to explain, inform, or clarify a topic by presenting facts, statistics, and examples. It is based on logical information rather than personal opinions. Purpose: to inform or explain a subject clearly and objectively. Structure: introduction with a thesis, body paragraphs that provide detailed explanations, and a conclusion that summarizes the main points. Tone: neutral, formal, and factual. Example: an essay explaining how volcanoes form, or discussing the impacts of climate change. Argumentative essay: an argumentative essay requires the writer to take a stance on an issue and provide evidence to support their position. It involves persuading the reader through logical reasoning, factual evidence, and sometimes counter-arguments. Purpose: to convince the reader to agree with a specific viewpoint. Structure: introduction with a thesis statement, several body paragraphs, each presenting an argument supported by evidence, and a conclusion that reinforces the main argument. Tone: formal, assertive, and reasoned. Example: arguing for or against the death penalty, or persuading readers that renewable energy is better than fossil fuels. Persuasive essay: a persuasive essay is similar to an argumentative essay, but is more focused on convincing the reader through emotional appeal and moral reasoning, in addition to logical arguments. Purpose: to persuade the reader to adopt a certain viewpoint or take a specific action. Structure: clear thesis statement, body paragraphs that present reasons and evidence, and a conclusion that urges the reader to agree or act. Tone: passionate, often appealing to the reader's emotions or sense of right and wrong. Example: writing to convince others to recycle more or to support a social cause. Compare and contrast essay: a compare and contrast essay explores the similarities and differences between two or more subjects. The writer typically evaluates both sides in order to draw conclusions or make recommendations. Purpose: to compare two or more subjects to highlight their similarities and differences. Structure: introduction with a comparison thesis, body paragraphs that either discuss each subject side by side or alternate between them, and a conclusion that sums up the findings. Tone: objective, analytical. Example: comparing traditional education with online education or contrasting two political ideologies. Cause and effect essay: a cause and effect essay examines why something happened, cause, and what resulted from it, effect. It helps readers understand the relationship between events and outcomes. Purpose: to explain the causes of an event and the resulting consequences. Structure: introduction with a thesis statement, body paragraphs that discuss causes or effects, or both, and a conclusion that reflects on the findings. Tone: analytical and logical. Example: writing about the causes and effects of pollution or the consequences of social media on communication. Critical essay: a critical essay involves evaluating a piece of literature, art, or a film. The writer provides an analysis of the work, interpreting its meaning, themes, and effectiveness while supporting their critique with evidence. Purpose: to analyze and evaluate a work of art or literature. Structure: introduction with a thesis, body paragraphs that analyze specific elements, themes, characters, techniques, and a conclusion that summarizes the critique. Tone: formal and evaluative. Example: analyzing the themes of a novel or critiquing the cinematography in a film. Definition essay: a definition essay explains the meaning of a term or concept, going beyond the dictionary definition to explore deeper meanings, nuances, and interpretations. Purpose: to define and clarify the meaning of a concept. Structure: starts with a simple definition, followed by an in-depth exploration of the term through examples, comparisons, and contrasts. Tone: clear, detailed, and analytical. Example: defining love, success, or freedom, and exploring different interpretations. Process essay: a process essay explains how something is done, step by step. It breaks down a process or task so the reader can understand and potentially replicate it. Purpose: to instruct the reader on how to do something or explain how a process works. Structure: introduction that explains the process being described, body paragraphs that detail each step, and a conclusion that summarizes the outcome. Tone: clear, instructional, and logical. Example: how to bake a cake, or how photosynthesis works. Summary of essay types. Narrative: tells a story. Descriptive: paints a vivid picture. Expository: informs and explains. Argumentative: takes a stance with evidence. Persuasive: convinces the reader through emotion and reason. Compare and contrast: highlights similarities and differences. Cause and effect: explains reasons and outcomes. Critical: Analyzes and evaluates. Definition. Explores the meaning of a concept. Process. Explains how to do something. Understanding the type of essay you need to write will help you structure your thoughts and communicate your ideas effectively. I will be uploading a YouTube short every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, plus a long-format video on different English language learning topics every Thursday, so stay tuned for more upcoming content. If you have any feedback for me, positive or negative, please leave a comment.